welcome. My name is Elizabeth and today we'll be doing Tadasana. That's the standing pose, mountain pose. And I have a belt, a block, and a sandbag. The sandbag you can use another block or anything heavy. Okay, let's get started. So we'll start with our base. And I'm going to put the block like such between my legs, right? And I'm going to squeeze. And that block, squeezing that block, I feel emphasizes anything you're doing. So let's do it correctly. So I squeeze, my thighs are engaged, right? My glutes are engaged. That's your butt. Cheeks are engaged. And I'm squeezing my block. My kneecaps are lifted. And my tailbone is going down. Sometimes when you squeeze the block, like I said, it's going to emphasize anything you're doing. So sometimes you squeeze the block and you naturally have a big curve and your tailbone sticks out, and that's what you do more of. Or you do this, right? Gotta watch that Eddie Murphy skit, Black Like Me or White Like Me. All right, never mind, that's tangent. You can find it on YouTube though. Okay, so we're gonna go down. It's not this and it's not this. It's not tucked or released. It's down. And then the down, right, the hips going down, everything is going down from here down. Makes me think of my feet, my other base. So bring your feet like they're stepping on the number 11, they're parallel. I like to bring my toes up to begin with. Press into the knuckle of the big toe, knuckle of the pinky toe, and the center of the heel. Lift up through the inner ankle. That lifting up through the inner ankle will again bring you back to the block, which brings you back to your tailbone and your hips, and everything's going down nice and firm. Your feet feel rooted into the ground. And you can release your toes onto the ground, spread them out if you can. If you can't, that'll be, like I said, we'll do that on another short. Do some footwork. Take the whites out of the knuckles of the toes. And then just like finding the vertical when you're seated, this is rising up. So you're lifting up through the heart center. There's spaces between the vertebrae here. Shoulders are softened back and down. Fingers are going down towards the feet. There's length in the back of the neck. The crown of the head is reaching up. And now we're going to take our belt. And we're going to put the belt, so it's about shoulder width apart, maybe less, maybe a little less, okay? And you're going to bring the palms of your hands facing toward one another. And again, we're just going down. We're doing the exact same thing, but instead of your hands being by your sides, they're behind you. And now you have to really start thinking about your lower belly. The lower belly has to control where that tailbone is going. It needs to go down, not back, not front. And then you root into your feet, squeeze the block. And you can bring your hands up, palms facing one another. Squeeze the shoulder blades. This is nice for the shoulders, the chest. It's a nice chest opener. I'm going to turn my head towards straight so I don't hurt myself. And just breathe here, breathe across the collarbones. Okay. And you can stay there for as long as you like. Everybody is different, so do what's good for you. Pause the video. And then bring it to your front. So again, my palms are facing one another. It's about shoulder width apart. And then I come back to my base. Squeeze the block, move down through the tailbone. Heart is lifted, shoulders are back and down. And then just lift up. Keep the shoulders down. So right around here, you're going to be doing a lot of work. You're pressing your hands out on the belt. The belt is nice and tight. Your hands are pushing away from one another. And my shoulders shouldn't be moving. If they are, you can write me. Let me know. Always room for improvement. So right around here, now I'm like, again, doesn't look like I'm doing anything, I'm sweating. I'm glistening. And you can go up as much as your back can handle. So now, right down the sides of my vertebrae, the outsides, the sides of my back, they're doing a lot of work. The lower front of my belly is doing a lot of work to keep my hips down, my feet rooted in, and you can keep going. Again, keep the shoulders down. You'll let me know, won't you, if my shoulders have come up? And do that 2 or 3 times. Nice and slow. It's just an experiment. That's called a practice, right? A yoga practice. Because it's all an experiment. The body changes all the time. Good, bad. And the last one, I love this one. Feels very open. If your shoulders are tight, you're not going to want to weight. You're not going to want the sandbag. You're not going to want the dumbbell in your hands. You're just going to want to block or nothing. If your shoulders are fine, like mine, because I practice yoga all the time, I want something very heavy. I've used very heavy weights. It feels really good. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to get your elbows vertical, like the rest of your body. Are they alongside my ears? Are they vertical? My elbows are up. And you want your elbows in. So again, it's all lined up. Shoulder, elbow. It's all lined up. If it's not, you're right? Better. And then I have to constantly go back to squeeze the block, lower the hips, lower that tailbone to the ground, not back, not front, because this can very easily turn into a back bend, okay? We want it to be nice and controlled. You're gonna have the strongest Tadasana in town. Nice and controlled, don't let it become a back bend. And last part, you want your forearms parallel to the floor. Squeeze the block. Go back to the block, go back to your feet, and then rise up. Heart lifted, shoulders back and down, crown of the head is lifted. And then just for fun, if you want, nice and controlled, and then lower. And now, propless Tadasana, strongest Tadasana in town. Breathe, root into your feet, balance the weight between the balls of the feet and the heels. Keep squeezing the imaginary block, lift the kneecaps, draw the heart up, shoulders back and down, length through the back of the neck. The feet are going down to the earth. The crown of the head wants to be in the clouds. Feet root down, head lifts up. And thank you very much for joining me for Tadasana.